Hello, people. What's up? Hope you're doing fine. So, yeah, I'll try to keep this video really simple, really straightforward. I helped the coach get to 10.5K revenue and 6.4K cash collected in just under 3 weeks with a brand new offer. Okay, a high ticket offer, a mentorship. The niche, it's not online money making, it's spirituality. So, it's a bit harder to sell, but still, everything that I'm going to show you here, you can apply it to yourself no matter the niche, especially if you just are starting out. Even with like if you're a coach starting out and you want to sell a a offer, a high ticket offer, this will help you. Okay, and by the way, nothing was built, no course, no school, no Discord community, like nothing. A simple MVP, so a minimal viable product is enough. In our case, it was a one-on-one access. Okay, so let me get straight to it. The first thing that you have to do, especially when you are starting out and you have an audience, no matter the size of it, do market research. Okay, so asked what we did was asking directly to the audience a few questions to know where exactly they are and where they want to go, and what are the blockages stopping them from getting where they want to go. So the way that we did this, I actually forgot to add something, was we posted a few stories saying, by the way, we are launching something. Type this keyword or reply with this keyword, and if you want early access. And this is very nice. This is the most important thing, and it's free. Okay, is just sending a few messages, right? So like these ones to the people that reply to the story, and we got a lot of responses. And the good thing about this is that when we know exactly what the audience wants, we can then start building the offer, okay, the offer statement and the assets. So market research is the first step. Ask a few questions like these ones, or if your niche is about making money online, just put this into ChatGPT and say give it your context, and trust me, it will work. Okay, ask a few questions. Most people will not even want anything in return, but you can give something in return, maybe like a one-on-one free call or something. But we just asked questions and we got a lot of responses, so that was nice. With those responses, with the answers, we start building the offer. So I'm already showing here the landing pages, but the reason that I'm showing you is to about the offer statement. It's to show the offer statement, as you can see here. So let me put it this way. Learn how to tap into your highest frequency with the self-liberation framework. When it comes to the self-liberation framework, it's the unique mechanism that me and the client built, to, how do I say this, to put ourselves in the blue ocean, because no one else in the market has the self-liberation framework. So the client here built this. It doesn't mean that it needs to be super original, but if at least you can distinguish yourself from the rest of the market, from other coaches in the same niche, you are already ahead of them, because it's unique to you. So we built the self-liberation framework. His unique way of helping these people. In this specific case, if you guys can read it here, hopefully you can read. It's discover the 5 simple shifts that reconnect you to consistent action, clear energy, and a business that grows without draining you. So we were targeting creators and entrepreneurs because we make sure that we want to make sure that they have money. So usually entrepreneurs are building some type of business, right? So they have money, and so we can tap into that market. This is the landing page, okay, and this is the offer statement. So to explain this a bit more in detail, this is the first landing page. If they want to see the video, which is framed as a free mini guide, they need to put in their information. So it's like a lead form, right? The name, email, and phone number. After that, they get redirected to this page. This video will show you how to bridge the gap between your highest vision, consistent action, and finally achieve your goals effortlessly using the self-liberation framework. So you don't really need to know all of this that I'm showing you here. This really depends on the offer, on the market, and the niche, the coach. In our specific case, we did it this way. So yeah, I mean, when it comes even like all of this, we were able to build because of the foundation, the audience, doing the market research. Okay, so we built the offer statement, then we built the VSL. So the way that I work with my clients, or at least with most of them, is I do like 90 or 80% of the work. So in this case, I did the market research questions, I built the landing pages, all right, on Go High Level, and then finally, like all of this is because of the assets. We built the assets. So I wrote the VSL, the creator just filmed it, okay, and put it I've put it on the landing page, right? So all of this because of the market research, which is the most important part, is the way is like your offer needs to appeal to the people that you are trying to sell. If you're going to like, build an offer and assets and all of that that doesn't even resonate with the whole ecosystem of your personal branding, like you will not sell, you will not be able to sell. And even though this is the first iteration of what we're trying to build here, we didn't get like amazing results, but at least we are having some type of group proof of concept. Okay, so yeah, getting back to the point. Let me yeah I built the VSL. He recorded it. I've put it on the landing page, and just to give you some context as well, on the Go High level, I built some automations, reminders, and email sequences. So every time that we have people putting in their information on the lead form or booking a call or something, like we have a specific email sequence, all right, that we make sure that everything is organized. We nurture people even without our direct input every single time. Manual work is necessary in the beginning, but then when you start seeing that you are building over and over and over again the same assets, the same emails, you can then systemize everything in softwares. In our case, I don't use Zapier. I just use Go High Level because it's an all-in-one software. Okay, so yeah, this is just an example. After everything was built, so going back, we have the market research. We know what their goals are, their pains. We build the offer, then the offer statement, right? The assets, which is the landing page, the VSL, the emails and such. Everything is built. Then we are ready to launch the MVP. We don't need to complicate anything. Don't spend like months building a course when you are not even sure that people want a course. That's the worst thing that you can do, especially when you are starting out. You have no proof of concept, you have no money, no nothing, you have no leverage, and you spend months building a course. That's not the way to do it. Okay, and the reason that we are putting such a high price, which in our case it was 4K, is to attract only people that are qualified, that have money, that we don't want to deal with broke people that asks for so much and give nothing in return. They don't put in the work for nothing. So you know start really simple. High prices, in my opinion, it's the best thing to do. So we have everything built out. Now it's time to launch. And we had a couple of story sequences which I built for him. I'm not going to read. If you want to read, you can just pause the video. Real scarcity introduced only 5 people, and finally a CTA for the people that want to join. So where is it? Yeah, art, right? So people DM'd, saw this. We built real hype throughout a couple of days, real scarcity and such, and so people could reply art on the story itself. We had a lot of people, like a lot of people replying because it was something new. The problem is, right? I'll get to it here at the end. Is that most of these people were not qualified. The problem, I don't really see this as a problem, but one thing about this creator in specific, this client, is that he's built his personal brand a lot about like with the foundation of virality and numbers and vanity numbers instead of just solving a specific problem, right? So we did this launch even though the foundations of his personal brand were not really made for this specific uh, type of offer, high ticket offer. Therefore, this is the reason that we didn't get a lot of sales, because we had a lot of unqualified people. We solved this with another thing, which I'll get to, but I just wanted to point that out, which we got like hundreds of people, but most of them were from like third world countries, broke people, India and Pakistan, and they don't have like 4K to invest, especially in something as vague as spirituality. Okay, so this was something that we needed to take into account. But we had a lot of conversations. We had an appointment setting process, asking a couple of questions, and even with the questions that we were asking, still a lot of people were booking calls and lying on the DMs for some reason. I don't know what they were expecting from one-on-one mentorship, but I mean, that was something that we were able to solve down the line. Okay, so let me get back. A lot of booked calls, as you guys can see here. Okay, from different countries, different types of people, different ages. So that's something that at the moment we are still optimizing. But again, you guys don't need to overcomplicate this. Just start selling and get feedback, and then reiterate with the feedback that you get. Okay, we had a lot of booked calls. I got into those calls myself. So yeah, I was speaking to a lot of different people. Now we started optimizing because again, this was the point that I was talking about. A lot of people were unqualified. So what we did, we introduced a type form, which I should have put at least a screenshot here, but it was using logic to make sure that people, if they don't have money, they are not even able to book the call. So, for example, a question that I used was, how much do you have to invest in your transformation and growth, taking into account the context and the offer? If people put zero on the multiple selection, they didn't even got access to the booking page. So that was one of the things that we did. It decreased the amount of booked calls, but increased the lead quality. So yeah, we got a couple of clients, some downsells, but we were able to do this, and it's been working pretty nice. And now we are optimizing a couple of things, using some email automations for people that put the lead form and such, to have better lead quality and such, nurture them. So yeah, really simple. Like, you don't need a lot, as you can see, to make a successful launch. After the launch, then it comes to the real work of optimizing, of implementing appointment setters and VAs. And as soon as I have an update on that, I'll make another video. But that was it. If you want to do the same, if you are a coach and want to make a launch, get some really nice money, there's a link down below if you want to book a call. But this is it, really simple. Hopefully you guys had some sauce from this, and that's it. Bye bye.